listen, I'm gonna be in my pajamas, I'm gonna be drinking coffee, and I'm gonna talk about some books. So if that sounds like something you wanna participate in, then come hang out with me. I have my whole stack of my TBR behind me, and I just kind of wanted to talk about some of the books that have been on my TBR for a while. So the book that I'm reading right now actually is A Court of Silver Flames. This is the most recent book, so the last book as of now in the ACOTAR series. Let me get the rest of the books, hold on. I got them. Okay. So this being the first book, and then so far the orange one, A Court of Silver Flames, is the last book. But I'm not sure. I believe that she's currently writing or finishing the actual last book in this series. But dude, like, I don't like fantasy normally. I'm normally not a fantasy person because more often than not, I find them hard to follow. Like when there's a whole magic system, when there's a whole world and a whole different universe and things that I have to learn about, I find myself getting stressed and I'm like, okay, what the fuck is happening? Like, who are these people? What does that word mean? Like, what is the magic system? But bro, she did it so well. I've talked about this book on numerous occasions. This is just the first one that I'm holding up because you saw the monstrosity of the entire series. I'm not gonna fucking do an upper body workout. However, I love this book. I've been trying to get my boyfriend to read it. I do not think that he will, but that's how much I love it, and I just think it's so good. So I think that at this point everybody has heard about this book or knows kind of what it's about, but without giving any spoilers, it basically follows Feyre, who is one of 3 sisters. Her other 2 sisters are Elaine and Nesta, and they live in the woods, basically in poverty with their father. We do know that Feyre is basically like the main supporter for her family and has to hunt and provide them everything. Basically, she kills a wolf that is high fae, and she's forced to go into the fae world as punishment and live with all of these like magical beings. Like the wolf was fuck. The wolf was a fairy. It introduces you super well to the magical world, and I felt like I understood everything. And I was really caring about the characters, and I needed to see how the plot developed. And well, as you can see, the plot's still developing. She does not fluctuate, okay? Like fire, every single one, fire, fire, fire. You're also gonna notice that I have a lot of different genres, so bear with me because I kind of read a little bit of everything. So I talked about this a little bit in my last video, I believe, but it's Green Lights, which is Matthew McConaughey's memoir. I love Matthew McConaughey. I think that he has such like a distinct point of view on a lot of different things, especially related to, you know, perseverance and just life in general. So I feel like there's nothing better for me to read. I love memoirs. Actually, let me show you a very like niche memoir that I feel like a lot of people have not read. Oh my God, I really have to stop getting up. I've never heard anybody talk about this book. I read this for a class when I was in high school, and it was amazing. I think it really changed my perspective on memoirs. It's written so beautifully. It's Running in the Family by Michael Ondaatje. Like, if you love memoirs, if you love feeling like you're at a place and you're friends with people and you're part of their family, this is what that felt like. I mean, it's annotated everywhere. I don't normally annotate my books. I don't normally crack the spine of my books. This book is beat up and I genuinely love it. So if you have never heard of it, let me know in the comments. But also let me know if you have, because I don't think I've ever met anybody outside of my class that has read this book. I just really love memoirs. So if you guys have any memoir recommendations for me, let me know, because I'm obsessed with them, especially when they like tear up a little bit. I love when books make me cry personally. Seems like a problem, but yeah, Green Lights is another option. Okay, this next book on my TBR is one that I've had for a while. I actually thrifted this, I think when I was in college in Tallahassee. Cost me $3, and it's The Shining by Stephen King. I am deathly afraid of Stephen King books, and here's why. I don't really like horror as a genre, or thrillers or anything like that, because they scare me. I mean, yeah, that's the fucking point, right? But I'm easily afraid and then I won't be able to go to bed. Like, genuinely. I'm sorry if that's childish, but I need to really take notes from people that have always enjoyed horror or thrillers or suspense books, because I'm just not like that, and I don't think I ever was. So when I found this, I thought it was a good opportunity to try it out and try out this genre and try out Stephen King as an author. But I have heard that he's very, very descriptive, almost to a fault. And that's perfectly fine because I mean, yeah, that probably adds to that level of suspense and horror, but I'm afraid. So will I be reaching for this right now? Probably not. This feels more like a Halloween-y pick, but I do want to get more into this genre. So if you guys have any recommendations for me, or maybe like a gateway author that's a good introduction into it, let me know. Okay, we have horror, we have a memoir, we have romantic fantasy, and now we have, I don't know what this is. So the next book in my TBR is Phantasma. I didn't really know a lot about this book when I bought it, but I know that everybody has been recommending it to me for a while. And I kept just running into it at the bookstore, at the library, and I was like, okay, fine, like stop yelling at me, I'm gonna pick you up. Basically, it's like a dark romantic fantasy. Seems to be a common trend here, but just bear with me. So it's basically about this girl, Ophelia, who has her mom, well, she didn't have her mom murdered. Fuck. Okay, this girl Ophelia's mom was murdered, and basically in order to protect her sister, she has to like kind of get herself out of this situation. She had to enroll in this competition called Phantasma, and Phantasma is basically like a very deadly competition from what I understand, in this like huge manor with like creepy things and ballrooms and I don't even know what. So if she survives, like if she doesn't die in the manor, then basically her family's debt is repaid and she will basically save her sister. So she enrolls in this, and apparently there is some guy there, I think, that's like, hey, I can help you, and they like fall in love or something. I don't know. Sounds like a cool plot. I'm probably not doing it justice because like I said, I don't know what's happening in this book. I was influenced and now I'm gonna influence you, hopefully. I might just add some of these books on my Amazon storefront. I mean, I might as well, because besides Barnes & Noble, I feel like I do most of my book shopping on Amazon, as fucked up as that is. I do try to support like smaller bookstores whenever I have the ability, but books are just so freaking expensive now. Next, The Nightingale. I have also heard amazing things about this. I want to say this is historical fiction, and once again, one of those books that I know is gonna make me sob. It's gonna make me cry, I know it. And I love crying with books. I feel like if a book can make me cry, it's automatically 5 stars. I think I've said this before, but just, I don't know, is it just me? Like, does that happen to you too? I love when books make me cry because it's like, damn, like you really did that. You really got me to care so much about what's happening and like the characters that I'm sobbing in my bed. Call me a masochist, I don't care, fire. I do tend to like books where I don't know too much. So I like going into books mostly blindly, but look at the flop on this. Is anyone surprised? Is anyone surprised? Okay, everyone's been talking about this book. I did get the fancy little dragon one because it costs the same as the non-sprayed edge. So I was like, why would I not get the cool dragon book? So from what I understand on this book is that the main character, what's her name? Violet, is kind of nerdy. She likes books. She wants to just stay quiet at home, but there's a war that breaks out where she's from, and she basically gets chosen to become one of the dragon riders, and she needs to go to this like dragon training school in order to participate in the war. And there she meets a bunch of people, maybe a potential love interest. I don't know if this is romantic at all. Well, it says friends, enemies, and lovers. Once you enter, there are only 2 ways out: graduate or die. Sounds interesting. I'm really curious to see how she's going to bring them to life and really make me feel like I'm there. But I do know that a lot of people love this book. So when I got my Barnes & Noble gift card for Christmas, you know I had to pick them up. Okay, now something that you probably don't expect. A contemporary romance. Quite floppy as well. Love a good floppy book, bitch. This is Emily Henry's Happy Place. I have read her beach read, I believe. That one was very lighthearted. I thought it was cute. I think I read it on my iPad. But this one, I saw a bunch of quotes, I think on TikTok from it, and I just thought that it was a good idea to pick it up, just something light. And it's not very thick. I mean, compared to my fantasy books, I feel like nothing is gonna be as thick as those. So basically, their friends have gotten together for like the past decade and had a whole trip. I'm assuming it's usually a beach trip. This couple, Harriet and Wynne, have been together for a long time, and they were a part of this friend group, but now they recently broke up, but they haven't told their friends, and they basically have to share this room in the hotel on this trip. So I think it just follows that. I mean, I think we know how it's gonna end, but Always a fun time to just read something light, especially when I'm reading about freaking dragons and people dying and shit. Okay, don't hate me. Don't hate me, but the last book on my TBR is also fiction. Sarah J. Maas, The Woman You Are, Beach. Here's the thing about Sarah J. Maas's books. There's Throne of Glass, Crescent City, and A Court of Thorns and Roses, right? And everybody reads them in a different order because supposedly they have little hints of being in the same universe or something like that from what I've heard. My coworker recommended that I read Crescent City after finishing A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I'm obliging. I bought the first book in Crescent City. I'm excited. I mean, there's nothing more to say. I'm excited. I already love Sarah J. Maas. If it's even semi in the same realm as A Court of Thorns and Roses, like I was raving about before, I know that I'm gonna eat it up. So I'm not concerned. The cover of these books are so beautiful. I think the whole series just looks so good. And floppy beach. And that's my entire TBR for now. I think I'm going to try my best to finish A Court of Silver Flames. I love this book. I love this series. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore, but let's get reading. I actually might put some of these books away because I am stuck in the corner. Okay, I just changed into a more comfortable sweater and I'm kind of still in pajamas, but they're my daytime pajamas now. Still reading the book, obviously. Haven't really made it super far. I'm on page 71. I was kind of just working on getting some information for the apartment that I might be moving into for medical school. So I had to make a couple of phone calls and then I was eating lunch and I'm back at it now. I do still have my pimple patch on, so don't mind her. Will you judge me if I tell you that I want matcha? Also, complete side comment. Like, this is a side quest of another dimension. I want to do pottery so bad, and the reason that I'm saying this is because I really want a cute matcha bowl. I genuinely think that I am very immune to caffeine. Coffee, I love the taste of coffee, but does it hype me up and make me wake up immediately? Definitely not. Maybe because I've just had it for so many years and it's become something that comforts me as opposed to wakes me up. So maybe I make myself a matcha.
In the still of the night, when it's quiet, we dance the sky. Run, 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 yeah, we run.
Oh my gosh. Why? Gosh. I would love to try what he makes. I feel like it's only so long until he has his own restaurant.
Probably.
This is supposed to be like the best one. Okay, my boyfriend is in the shower right now, but I just got in my pajamas. I have my Gilmore Girls sweater on. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that I'm obsessed with Gilmore Girls and I feel like it's my comfort show. I'm literally always watching it and rewatching it. I think I'm rewatching it for like the 5th time. I love shows that I can play in the background and I don't have to think too much about them. Obviously, there are some shows that I love that are very plot driven. So yeah, that is my explanation of my sweatshirt. And then I have just some pajama shorts on and my fuzzy socks. Okay, so basically I'm not done with the book, obviously, because I am super ADD. Not that anyone is surprised. If you've watched any of my videos, I feel like you understand the vibes. And the vibes are not a typical attention span. However, I actually did make quite a dent. So I think I started off on chapter 4 of this book. I actually a little bit more ahead than this because I was listening to the audiobook while I was driving to work. I believe I'm on chapter 22 of the book. So even though I didn't get to finish the book like I wanted to, I did make a dent. So let me know if you guys enjoyed this reading vlog, just kind of doing bookish things together. I know I enjoyed it because it kind of forces me to read and do things that are not lay in my bed. So let me know in the comments if you want more videos like this because I liked making it. So hopefully you like watching it. Okay, bye.